Next week, Alabama voters will head to the polls for a primary election for the Senate seat previously occupied by Attorney General Jeff Sessions. 7 candidates are running for the Democratic nomination, though it's the Republican primary that has gained national prominence. Jeff Sessions, President Trump's criticism as kind of hurtful controversial appointment clouds U.S. Senate race in Alabama. Here's a look at what you need to know about the Alabama primary, why the seat is open. The Senate seat was previously held by Alabama native Jeff Sessions, who served as senator for 20 years before his nomination by President Trump to serve as Attorney General. Following Sessions' confirmation in February, then Alabama Gov. Robert Bentley appointed the state's Attorney General, Luther Strange, to temporarily fill Sessions' Senate seat until the general election. Bentley later resigned after allegations that he used state resources as governor to hide an affair with one of his top aides. Lt. Gov. Kib replaced Bentley as governor following the resignation, and called for a special election in April. Sessions was first elected in 1997, and since then, the state has been represented by 2 Republican senators. In his last election in 2014, Sessions was unchallenged and won the general election with over 97% of the vote. The senior senator from Alabama, Richard Shelby, was elected for the first time in 1987 and is not up for re-election until 2022. In the 2016 presidential election, Trump won Alabama with 62% of the vote. Who is running? Among the 9 Republicans running for the vacant seat, 3 are flagged as main contenders: incumbent Sen. Luther Strange, former Judge Roy Moore, and Mo Brooks, representative for Alabama's 5th Congressional District. Luther Strange Aldragood, New York Times via Reduxon. Luther Strange after the final vote before August recess on Capitol Hill in Washington, August 3, 2017. Strange officially stated his candidacy for Sessions' seat on December 6, just 18 days after Trump announced he would be picking Sessions for Attorney General. Strange was appointed in February to temporarily fill the seat left by Sessions. Previously, Strange served as the Attorney General for Alabama. After winning the Republican primary, he lost the race for lieutenant governor in 2006. On Tuesday, Strange was endorsed by Trump, who tweeted that Strange has done a great job representing the people of the great state of Alabama, adding, "He has my complete and total endorsement." Senator Luther Strange has done a great job representing the people of the great state of Alabama. He has my complete and total endorsement. Donald J. Trump at Real Donald Trump, August 9, 2017. Strange has come under fire from his rivals for the substantial advertising support he has received from the Senate Leadership Fund, a super PAC that has been known to support Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. Politico reported that Stephen Law, the PAC's president, said, "While he doesn't direct what we do, McConnell has made it very clear that Luther's race is his #1 political priority right now." According to Politico, the fund had spent $3.5 million on the race as of late July, including on an ad tying Brooks to House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi, D. Califf. Roy Moore, Bill Clark, CQ roll call via Newscom. GOP candidate for U.S. Senate Roy Moore speaks during the U.S. Senate Candidate Forum held by the Shelby County Republican Party in Pelham, Ayla, August 4, 2017. Roy Moore previously served as the Chief Justice for the Alabama Supreme Court, but was suspended in November 2003 for refusing federal court orders to take down a Ten Commandments monument from the Alabama Judicial Building. He was re-elected to the position in 2013 but was again removed in May 2016 for ordering other judges not to issue same-sex marriage licenses, although the state's ban on the matter had been overturned. He announced his Senate bid in late April. Moore was endorsed by actor Chuck Norris, who said of the candidate, "Judge Roy Moore is the real deal. The Washington establishment knows they won't be able to count on him, but Alabama voters can. That's why the Washington establishment is spending millions trying to defeat Judge Moore." Moore released an ad Tuesday slamming McConnell, Senators Jeff Flake and Lindsey Graham, and Speaker of the House Paul Ryan. "Send them all a message," the ad says, while calling out the Majority Leader's D.C. slime machine. Mo Brooks, Bob Gagnon file photo. Alabama Congressman Mo Brooks announces his candidacy for the U.S. Senate in Huntsville, Alabama, May 15, 2017. Mo Brooks currently represents Alabama's 5th District in the United States House of Representatives. He serves on the Armed Services, Foreign Affairs, and Science, Space and Technology committees. Previously, Brooks was elected to the Alabama House and Madison County Commission, and he later served as Alabama Special Assistant Attorney General. Brooks was also a founding member of the Freedom Caucus. He has been endorsed by Sean Hannity, Ann Coulter, Laura Ingraham, and Freedom Caucus Chair Mark Meadows, RNC, among others. In July, following public criticism of Sessions by Trump and speculation that Sessions might be removed from his role as Attorney General, Brooks released a statement offering to withdraw from the Senate race if the other GOP candidates did as well, clearing the field for Sessions to become the Republican nominee for the Senate general election. "He can return to the Senate where he has served us so well," Brooks said in a statement. "I support President Trump's policies, but this public waterboarding of one of the greatest people Alabama has ever produced is inappropriate and insulting. Why this race matters at a time when the president's support within his own party wavers. The Alabama Senate special election holds important significance as contenders are doing all they can to affirm their allegiance to the White House." According to a CNN poll released Tuesday, the president's approval rating among Republicans has fallen to 59%, down from 73% in February. Cynthia Bowling, chair of the political science department at Auburn University, told ABC News that if there is ever going to be an election that would signify a movement away from Trump, it would be an election where Trump's ratings are really low, and in a solid Republican state like Alabama. According to Richard Fording, a professor of political science at the University of Alabama, this election will continue to be influenced by Trump and that it will flat out be a referendum on his performance as president. The GOP now holds 52 seats in the Senate. The Democrats hold 48. Two independent senators caucus with the Democrats. A win for the Democrats would be a significant gain for the party, but is unlikely given the strong Republican leaning of the state. Among the 7 Democrats running in the primary, contenders include Doug Jones, who served as U.S. District Attorney for the Northern District of Alabama, and former naval officer Robert Kennedy Jr., who shares no affiliation with the famous presidential family. What will happen Tuesday? Alabama Secretary of State John Merrill told the Associated Press that he is predicting 20 to 25% of voters will cast a ballot in the August 15 primary. Generally, a primary in the state generates a turnout of 30 to 32% of voters, according to Merrill. If one candidate emerges from the primary with 50% of the vote, that individual will win the seat. If no candidate reaches this threshold, a runoff election will be held on September 26, followed by a general election on December 12.